you segued into being an herbalist and being into herbology. Talk about can you give the people a little bit on your Seamoss and why Seamoss is important and all of that, because there's a lot of misinformation going around about Seamoss. You have a lot of people who now they Seamoss gurus and they know so much about Seamoss, but they still giving a bunch of misinformation. So give us a little, a little 1-2 about your Seamoss and your infusing and just everything that you're doing.
Okay, yeah, you're right about that. That the misinformation is just incredible. But I guess that's the same for everything. But it's just more so for CMOS because it's just been so highly, it's trending right now. And once it's trending, everybody just trying to jump on the train. My, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you,
Okay,
brother.
cool.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so it's trending right now. So I'm gonna try to give y'all the rundown, make it short and sweet, because I'll go on for hours. So CMOS is an algae, is a specific type of algae that is known as red seaweed. There's three classes. There's red, brown, and green. Sea moss is a specific algae. It is red. So it's specifically sea moss is red algae or sea moss. So all of the red seaweeds are classified as sea moss. So there's many species that are native to America and to various continents. Um, One of the species native to the American continent is Chronus crispus, and that is mainly native to the upper Atlantic region. So that's up there near Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and also in Europe. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call it Irish moss because the Irish used it so much in the time of famine when they needed something to eat. They were able to get all the sustenance they needed from the sea moss because the composition, the mineral composition of sea moss is so incredible because it is in the water. It is a plant that's growing in the water, and the water is the life of the planet. It is absorbing all of the nutrients that is
Mhm.
conducive for life itself. So that's why it's so powerful. And of course, various cultures around the world have been utilizing this. Like the Asian people, like nori seaweed, right? You know, going and making the seaweed rolls and sushi and things of that nature. And then we also have indigenous algae here to the Americas, specifically kelp, bladderwrack, and Hawaii. They got a few other species there that's commercially grown. And so all of these species have different various nutritional values that vary, but they're pretty much the same for the most part. And so people just get confused about the growing method. So that's where you hear some people say, hey, this is fake sea moss. It's fake sea moss because of the growing conditions, which is pool grown. So there's pool grown sea moss. That's what we call so-called bad or fake sea moss. Then we have wild crafted sea moss, which is grown, i.e., in the wild. So that's grown out there in the oceans and in the lakes and in the sea, in the salt water. So that's just a quick rundown on what sea moss is, and then I just want to explain why it's so crucial that you should have sea moss. You know what I'm saying, on hand. Like this is an essential dietary herb. Like everyone should have sea moss. And again, you just want to be careful that you're not getting a full grown sea moss because that right there is grown using artificial fertilizers. So that's going to affect the growth. It's going to affect how your body metabolizes the sea moss, and it's just not going to get the as much of an effect as wildcraft. So I have wildcrafted sea moss, and it's so essential because our bodies. I know you heard of this, everybody. I know y'all heard of. Oh, sea moss contains 102 minerals. No, it
Yes.
does not.
Okay.
That's not true. Sea moss contains dietary elements. It's just because Dr. Sabi had made it the claim that it was minerals, he just confused minerals with elements. That's why when you see 102 minerals, they show you the periodic table of elements because they're talking about elements. And it's important just to understand that there's a distinction between elements and minerals because minerals are not all elements. right? But
Mm.
all right, so all elements make up minerals, but not all minerals are elements. So there's actually over 4,000 minerals, known minerals to man. And the definition of a mineral is just a crystalline solid. So on the periodic table, you have gases like helium. So automatically, that's not a mineral. That's a gas. So that's just understanding the terminology. Um, but yeah, so your body in actuality only needs 26 essential dietary elements, and CMOS contains all of them. You know, because
Mm.
again, your body is only made 99% of its mass is only made of four elements.